What is up, people? Today we have a new concept, and this is my new character which I have been developing through Sketch. Now, as you can see, I brought it in Photoshop for further refining. Now, this character is basically a ninja character which I'm going to be using for my next video. This video is just the part 1. I'm going to be using this character for my next video, part 2, to actually sculpt this in reality so that every aspect and every detail comes to life. So that's what I'm planning, yo. So let's go. As you can see, now we're basically blocking out the details, sketching them out so that everything is properly highlighted. Now you can see that we are adding the breastplate, the side plates, all the armor aspects of the character, and now we're going with the hand and typically adding the armors as we progress. Now there are a couple of changes I've done with the character. As you can see in my original sketch, there are a lot of different things, and in my sketch done in Photoshop, there are a lot of new additions. For example, this belt. I have added this belt so that this gives an extra aspect. Also, there are also remotely minute changes in the character so that everything when I do in 3D has a better way of understanding. You'd get a better way of understanding when I do things in 3D in the next part. So yeah, enjoy this part, because further we're gonna go down the video and we're gonna go and color the character. So as you can see, we're just basically adding the details and just adding some shadows so that we can see which layer is overlapping which layer, because that is very important aspect for a 3D artist to know. I've actually planned out something that every week I'm going to do my YouTube videos in 2 parts. The first part will have the sketching and the concepting, the idea, basically projecting my idea, so that I have a clear-cut definition and you guys get a clear-cut definition of what is coming in the next part, because the next part is going to be the ZBrush part, where I'm going to take the character, sculpt it, and actually poly paint it and give you the final refined render. And now I know this for a reason, because last week my work, the Yeti, you guys showed a lot of love and a lot of appreciation, for which I'm really grateful. And a little story which happened. Here's a little story for you guys. So I woke up early in the morning. I usually wake up and go for the gym and all. Suddenly there's this guy who just pinged me in Messenger, and he told me like, bro, your video has been uploaded by someone else. I said, what? What do you mean about that? What do you mean by that? I was like shocked for some reason. Like, I just started off YouTube. It's been like 1 year. Who's gonna steal my video? But then actually he sent me the link and I got acquainted with reality, and like my video was actually stolen. So I went there, I talked with the person, we had a lot of conversation, and then finally he didn't listen, so we asked YouTube to take down the video. I don't know what happened, but after a few hours the video was taken down, and I'm really grateful. People are really going to this level anyway. I won't even go to that right now, but I'm really grateful you guys love my work of Yeti. I'm sure you love this character, as I'm going into coloring. As you can see, I'm going to the coloring and shading of the character right now. Progress with the understanding of the character's mechanism and body flow. It's basically this character. So let me tell you about it. I have developed a little backstory about this character. As we are progressing, I'm having a lot of ideas and concepts of what the character can do, what is it capable of, what are its limitations, what are its attributes. Like, this character is a ninja character. So as you can see, this is a character who has a ninja armor on it, and as we are walking through the process and talking, we are changing a lot of aspects. As you can see, I changed the eyes. The eyes of the character are different right now, because in the original sketch it was different, and in here it's different because an artist actually visualizes, and his visualization changes according to the needs and the planning required for developing the character and progressing with it. Anyway, now as you can see, we are adding all the shadings and all the details, the parts of the armor which are actually overlapping each other and maybe under the armor. We are actually going with understanding what are the perks, what are the prerequisites of this character. Now we are going with the mouth. So I initially did not plan out any mask for the mouth. So I'm actually thinking, what should I do? There is no definitive concrete mouth. So actually I planned out, let's make a mask for the mouth, like a belt around the mouth, and so that it covers the whole helmet. And also later on, you're gonna see we're gonna add a little protrusion, a little extrude in front of the mouth, which is gonna show the nozzles which help it to breathe or talk or to communicate. There's like a bit of a microphone thingy coming out. And also we are adding these light colors, these yellow and oranges. We're adding this because I feel there are some part of his body, some part of his mechanism which can help him see in dark. For example, now you can see we actually changed the eyes very quickly because I felt the eyes needs to be a little bit modular, because we are trying to adapt this character into a little bit of modular and a little bit modern. We are keeping the traditional flow as well as trying to implement the modular aspect, and that is we are trying to make it a little savvy. That's the word. So now you can see we are going and defining the belt, which is actually the place where he keeps his pellets, his ninja tools and everything. Maybe that's what I've actually thought. And we are defining the hands. The hands might have some scalpels, like sharp knives like Black Panther, and I might even think of doing that later on in my 3D sculpting. So yeah, now we're defining the legs. We're running down through the process of quickly defining the legs so that we get the better understanding of what is beneath. As you can see, I did not make the foot. Yeah, I completely missed on the foot, but you will be seeing it in my next part, that is part 2 of the character sculpting nevertheless. So yeah, now you can see we are making a new addition in the helmet, and that is another protrusion which is covering the eye. So I want this part to actually cover the eye so that the eye is kind of a bit inside, and this is like an extra additional protrusion. And also the one on the head, which I might later on add, is gonna be a bit different because this character has a ponytail. And now we're adding the blade. The blade is gonna be like a scythe, more like a wrench, but it's like a scythe, which is going to slice and dice his enemies and help him in combat, and also inflicting damages upon his enemy. So I've been talking about this character for the past 6-8 minutes, and I haven't told you the name of this character because I did not know about it because I was planning. Anyway, I have finally given him a name, and it is called 3, 2, 1. Are you ready for it, guys? Drum roll. His name is Kamenshi. Yes, Kamenshi means the masked death. So Kamenshi, the masked death samurai, is gonna be the next character which I'm gonna be sculpting in the next part of my YouTube channel, which is gonna be next week. You guys are gonna see this character come to life in 3D in the next YouTube video. So as you can see, now we are adding the ponytail, and you guys would be wondering that where would this ponytail exactly go? It's going exactly there because this is like a long ponytail. So here we are. We are done with our sketch of the first part of Kamenshi, the masked death samurai. As you can see, I added a little blood dripping from his side for more action. Make sure to subscribe to my channel and make sure to stay tuned for next week for this character to come to life.